everybody. It's me, Logan Brown, here with the illustrious Coach Frank Kern. And today we're just going to talk about some of his experiences as a player and a coach and his long, storied hockey career. So, how you feeling today, Coach Kern?
I'm feeling great, Logan.
Love that. Love to be here with you. Love to be up here at Cutting Edge. Nice, beautiful Friday, but we'll get right into it. So, you've been obviously a coach, a player, playing hockey for most of your adult life and your youth life. So, I guess we can start right into it. What got you into hockey when you were a kid?
It's funny because I'm doing this 55 years now between playing and coaching. And my dad, who knew a guy who worked in Flushing Meadows at the World's Fair, and he said to my dad, why don't you bring your son up to go skating one time? And my father took me up there, and that's how I got started. I started going to the World's Fair, and then I started going down to Coney Island, and little by little I got into hockey.
And the rest was history.
The rest was history.
So, about when did you start coaching, and what was the first team that you coached?
I coached in, my first year I coached was in 1987. I was actually, there was a rink in Rockland County called Lotor, which is no longer there. Now they built houses there. And I was living in Rockland, excuse me. I drove over to the rink and I walked in and there was a team on the ice, Sleepy Hollow High School. And there was a father standing and he said, do you like hockey? I said, yeah, I played. He said, we could use a coach. So I waited for the coach to come off the ice, which I'll keep his name out of it for right this moment. And he looked at me and he wanted nothing to do with me at all. He just bypassed me like I was not even there. And then a couple of days later I went back and there was Nyack High School was on the ice and there was a guy named Ken Mitchell. And Ken Mitchell was the head coach of Nyack High School. And matter of fact, he played in the same league that I did years ago. He played in the Met League, which is a lot of great players. Brian Mullen played in the Met League, and Joey Mullen, and a lot of NHL players, the Yachik brothers. And he said to me, we started speaking, and he said, "Listen, you want to come help out?" And that was my first start in 1987 with Ken Mitchell, and
here we are now.
Here we are, 38 years later, still doing the same thing.
So you've had a lot of experiences with different coaching and different teams and different types of players. So when you look back over your career as a coach, what do you look for in a player? What's your perfect player on a team that you're building?
I mean, my perfect player is always a guy who's going to work hard. Coachability and hard work are always at the top of the list. If you can get somebody that will work hard all the time and somebody who's coachable, I don't think you can get, give me 15 guys like that and I'll go into a game all the time.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously, if you have guys that are skilled and can do that also, then you have a phenomenal player. That's even better. I mean, I was fortunate to coach the Empire State team, 1989, 92, 3, 4, and 5, and I had some great players, guys that went on to play in the NHL, Matty Herr, Haggerty, Holmes, Track, Martino, all those guys played D1 hockey. So at that level, it's different coaching.
Yeah.
But that's what you want to play. And just give me somebody who's going to go and bust their rear end every time they step onto the ice.
Absolutely. So when you talk about teams like that you coached, the Empire State games, those type of players, what separated them from your average AA player, average single A player at that time? What's made them stand out above the rest?
I mean, at that level, it's really comes down to, a lot of it comes down to the skill. I mean, the determination has to be there because otherwise they wouldn't be there. But it's the skill level, the skating, the passing, the stick handling, the shooting, and I guess what separates them is those are the kind of guys that will do the stuff off the ice to make themselves even better. So it was a great experience for me. I did it 5 times, and the quality of play. The first year I did it in 1989. The Ferraro brothers who ended up playing for the Rangers, they were in the tournament. Mike Dunham was the goalie for Central. Todd Marchand went to the Edmonton Oilers. He was on the Western New York team. So the hockey was absolutely phenomenal at the time. That year we won a silver medal, which was nice.
Yeah. So you talk about, you actually mentioned the Oilers. And right now, Stanley Cup Finals going on. Everyone at home, like you said, is probably watching. When you watch those two teams, what do you think obviously separates them? And as a coach, what are qualities that a player could take from guys playing in these games that they can bring to their own game?
Well, I mean, if you watch the NHL during a regular season and playoffs is such a different game, and I'll lead into what I was going to explain to you. You watch the regular season and the hitting is way down. You play in the playoffs and you touch the puck and you have the puck on your stick for more than a second and you're going to get hit.
Yeah.
So the game is so much faster in the playoffs. As far as the two teams go, I look at both teams and Edmonton obviously has the 2 greatest players in the world probably on their team, whereas Florida probably has a little more depth. And I think that's might be the difference in the end.
Okay.
But when you have anytime you can put Draisaitl and McDavid on the ice and they're playing 20-25 minutes a game, that's a tough thing to stop, right?
Absolutely,
Goaltending so far, last night, Bobrovsky had an off night. So, and then the guy came in for Picard came in for Edmonton, and he kind of kept him in the game. So
exactly.
you never know. Momentum switches back and forth, right? You get a goal or two, and all of a sudden the game turns the other way.
Absolutely.
So yeah.
But yeah, no, thank you for coming on, Coach Kern. It's good to see you. Come see Coach Kern. He has plenty of clinics here at Cutting Edge. Come get some of this insight. Can't really find much like this anywhere else. So thank you for coming on, Coach.
Thank you, Logan. I appreciate it.